Hi everybody, welcome back to the Fluid Crafter. I am Dora and we are doing an altered book. My first ever, as you know from my previous videos. So as you can see, I've started and I've just been doing some background pages and no collaging or anything like that yet. Learning from my mistakes. As you know, but anyway, so there's a side pocket. This was my mistake, so it'll be just a little journaling spot. Top pocket aside, we have a triangle pocket here, and then a side pocket, and then this is a top pocket. Now I hope that you guys will learn from my mistakes along the way while you're watching my videos. And I did make another mistake. So apparently there's a science to this whole gluing thing, which I didn't know. And so I started from the front and I just started gluing and flipping the pages and going. Well, that's what happens when you do that. So they don't lay flat. So when you're gluing, your book is going to lay like this, correct? So you start in the back and you lay and you glue. You lay and you glue. You glue that way because this is how the pages are going to lay. So that was my mistake number 3. So beware and do that when you glue your pages together. Start in the back and go that way with the book. I would suggest gluing the pages before decorating because your pages can shift on you, which they did in my last video. They shifted quite a bit and I couldn't get it to lay right. So that was just a mess. So I was trying to avoid it by, going and gluing and, but things happen and that's okay. It's totally okay. This is my first book and it's going to be my personal one. So, I mean, it doesn't bother me. So today we are just going to do a couple of more pages. Like I said, I did a couple of off camera just to kind of show you guys that I was just adding in some background pages. So the next few, I want to do some collaging. Maybe try that. So this is my experiment. Going to be doing some experiments in this, and so I thought we could put some of my tea-dyed paper, my dark tea-dyed paper that I did that I love so much. Maybe use the map, dictionary page, maybe some of these magazine cutouts that I did, maybe even some gardening pictures, like this here, maybe put that on there somewhere. So let's do that. Let's put this on there first. Actually, I'm just going to pull my bottom piece out and glue on the bottom so it's not getting glue anywhere else, because you've seen in my last video it didn't go too well. The whole thing fell off. So we are going to glue on the glue book and then put it on the page since we are collaging. And so let's just dig that right there. And I'm just trying to cover up the words, not being too finicky about covering the whole page, like the edges and things. In the front, I made the mistake and went all the way to the spine, and it just wrinkles right up. It doesn't want to glue down. So I'm just going to the edges of the lettering and then leaving that open. And maybe later on, maybe I'll put some washi in there or something, but who knows. So what I'm going to do is, I really like how that looks. So I'm going to take another piece of this and I'm going to put just to where it's peeking out down here. yeah, like that rigidy edge. I'm not too big on things being straight unless I'm trying to get symmetrical, like on the background pages over here. So let's see, let's put that like that. This is actually working a lot better than the background pages. I was gluing the whole page and then putting that down, and then I had to go back and re-glue some of the spots because the glue dried, you know, before you got the page on there. So yes, that, and then I want to put this. Oh yeah, see, that's gonna look great. But now this, I have to be careful. This is very very delicate paper, so I need to glue it shut before I glue it down on paper to give it a little extra strength. So I'm going to do that really quick, and I'm covering up the dictionary words on here that I don't want to be seen. There's a couple of them on here, so let's see. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but just a little extra strength, so when I glue down the pocket it's a little sturdier. Yeah, that'll work. That will work. And then we can always, you know what, let's add some more strength to this. Let's I'm sorry, my desk is not very big. It's all stained up, painted up. This desk has got a lot of well-use and things on it. So let me, I'm gonna put maybe a couple of pictures on here. Where's my, there it is. Try this again. Oh yay, that one worked. Okay. Okay, that one slipped out. That's okay. I'll just, okay, well maybe not. Actually, let me see here. The scallop. Yeah, let's use these. I have other pairs too, but don't know where they are right at the moment, so we're just, yeah, that looks kind of cool. I'm just going to cut it like that. Yeah, because I like that tape. I want that tape to show. So let's put some stain on here. Get rid of some of that white. Okay, and then I'm just going to use, well, no, I'm just going to put some stain across the front here. Yeah, that looks good. Grungy. Looks grungy. Looks good. All right, let's glue that down. like that tape going through there. It gives it a really good vintage feel on it, and I really like that. How about if we do this like that? I know it'll cover up that picture, but that's okay. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. And I'm just on the bottom section of my desk here where the drawer pulls out for your keyboard, and just gluing this. I know you guys probably could care less about watching me glue. So let's put that there like that. Oh yeah, that's already a lot sturdier. That's good. That's really good. And I'll probably come back and add some music paper or something, or even a piece of a napkin maybe. All right, so now let's put this over here now that it's got some girth to it, like that. Okay. Okay, that looks good. At least to me it looks good. What do you guys think? And don't be afraid to leave suggestions in the comments, or if there's something that you see that I may be able to do better, or may be able to venture out with. Hey, I'm all about that. I am all about it. So then I wanted to put some of this map up here. So I was thinking, and I had inked it up ahead of time, but that's okay. Do it like that. Oh, you know what I did? Ha! Fourth mistake. Fourth mistake. This was going to be a pocket, and I glued the whole thing down. Oh, you know what? If you can't laugh at yourself, you know, it's okay. We'll do a pocket on the back for baby. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, anyways, you know what? Let's just put this piece of map on here and see if we can get that right. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's so funny. That is so funny. Oh, hilarious. So funny. Oh my goodness. So I was watching Gail do this, and you know, every time I mention her name, I always mention that I'm afraid to pronounce her last name. But I'm going to attempt to do it this time. And Gail, if you're watching and if I butcher your name, honey, I'm so sorry. I think it's Agostinelli. Agostinelli. I think that is how you say her name, her last name. But if you do get a chance to, she does actually the altered books or glue books, or some people have different names for them. But she she has a whole series on altered books, and I went over there and was watching them, and let me just say, she does great work, collage work. She does wonderful altered books, and if you've never done one, she would be someone to follow for that. And if I remember, I'll link her down below. And if I don't link her as soon as the video's uploaded, I will go find the beginning of that series, and I'll edit it and put it in the description box for you guys, so that way you can get her link to see what she does with her books. It's phenomenal. It really is. I want to put that booster in there. Okay, maybe not. But something needs to go up there. I am not sure what to put up there. How about how about just a simple border? Maybe we can just put a simple border up there. I am willing to do it and willing to try it. So let's just see what we get. Okay. Oh, that looks good. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Let's just put that down before we change our minds, right? I always say, if you think of it, do it. Just do it. Why not? Why not? Because a lot of times what we do is we'll say, oh yeah, that will look great, and then you change your mind, and then you don't like it, or you want to do something else, and then but by the time you're done changing your mind, you're right back where you were, at least for me anyways. So that's why I say just go for it. Just you know what, if it doesn't look good, you can always cover it up. You can do whatever you want, and that little bit of words there doesn't bother me. Okay, so I'm going to leave that one like it is, because doesn't have a pocket. It has a pocket on the top, and I'll wait till the glue dries, and then I'll punch it out like I did these here. And I'm actually using an older tag punch by Harvey, this one here, and I'm just using the tip to punch it out, just to kind of give it a different look other than a circle or a square, or like a tab. I'll be putting tabs on my little journaling cards. I got these really cool dies, and I'll show those to you in another video. But yes, I can't wait to make my big tags that go on the top. That's going to be cool. Okay, so here, and I also have these ribbons, or these sheer ribbons, which I'm also going to use, but I'm going to wait until the glue dries before I start trying to do those, sew those in. So on the back, a pocket. We need a pocket. And like I said, no theme. I'm not trying to do a theme. I am just practicing, this will be my altered book of whatever. Of whatever. I need practice collaging anyway. I love to collage. I do a lot of fabric collaging, which is my favorite. What's a great rose? I'm going to use that. But paper collaging, I love paper collaging, but I have to admit I am not the greatest at it. Like, I have seen other people do paper collaging, and it comes out wonderful, gorgeous. But mine, it's okay. I mean, I like it for, you know, what I'm doing. But for other people, it just may not be, um, you know, let's do some, yeah, let's do some gardening stuff. Because I like gardening stuff. I like to garden. And I have in this pile of stuff over here quite a few of these little journaling, or I mean gardening things from a vintage garden book. And this section of the garden book is pretty much telling you what to look out for if your plants get sick, and the cause of what they could be. So, but the colors are very vibrant. And if there's someone who doesn't garden, they would never, they would not even think about that. So I'm thinking of doing both of these into like a little, maybe a garden spread. With the various different pictures and such. If it's upside down, you know, it's fine. Wait, that's a bunch of green on there. Let's bring some. Let's leave that for like that for a moment, and let's come over here. I do not know how this is going to turn out. I'm not really sure at all. I don't really know if I like that side. Kind of like the grub better. I'm going to put that there. Oh, and just a random thing that I read. I don't know how true it is, but I read somewhere that moles in your yard can be a good thing as long as they're not overrun, like, or however you would say that. I think that looks good. Let's put these over on the other side. Anyways, they eat grubs out of your gardens and stuff, and out of your flower beds. They eat grubs. That looks kind of cool to me. Really cool. Just a variety of plants and stuff. And it's pretty much just a background color, like I said, just background. So yeah, let's glue some of those down. And I'm gonna cut the words off of them first. I apologize for my phone dinging. I tried turning off the notifications, and for some reason it's not turning them off. So I think there might be something wrong with it, but I wanted to get this video shot and out to you guys so you could kind of see where we were in the process here, and how things were coming along. So I might rearrange these a little bit differently for color purposes. Oops. And like I said, I'm not worried if they're sideways or upside down. We're just adding background color to it, so when we start putting stuff on top, there's a background color or a background to it. I think I want that side. That over there so it doesn't fall down on me. Okay. And I don't care if some of the words show through the back either, you know. I like having words in the background sometimes. I may have to add, I like that back piece better. See, you flip it over and you like what's on the back more than you like what's on the front. So that's what we are doing, just adding background colors. I like to decoupage also. So when I use some of my napkins, I'll do this just to kind of give a background color to it. Something that shows up through the back. Which is super, super fun to do. Do the grub. I'll put him down here. So, yeah, if you guys have been watching my other videos, you know that I homeschool my boys, so school here has started back. But the good thing about homeschool is, you know, your start of the school year is a lot different than the regular kids who start school. Maybe not a lot different, but a little bit. At least ours is. We're not traditional homeschoolers. My boys are 12 and 13. My oldest one is autistic, so we try to focus on the things that he likes and the things that really activates his thinking skills and stuff like that. So he told me that he wanted to, when he grows up and gets older, he wants to study insects. And he's always loved insects, so I thought that was the coolest thing. So that is what we are going to do this year. Is we're going to start the process of him being able to do those things. And help him along. And a lot of people will ask, okay, well, you know, that's just studying insects. Well, what about math? What about history? What about, well, he can study the history of, I'm not even sure what it's called to study insects. I'll have to look it up again. But he could study the history of that when it first came about, you know, because I have learned over the years of doing this that when a child is highly interested in what they're learning, they will remember it. You know, it won't be easily forgotten. I know when I was in school, I didn't realize how much I had forgotten until I went to college. And let me just say, apparently I forgot a lot. That one got down in there, but that's okay. So, you know, I mean, there was lots I forgot. So, just because you go to school and you graduate and you go to college does not mean that you will retain everything that you learn in school or that you hear or the teachers tell you, you know, because if you're not interested in it, you're just not interested in it, point blank. So, all right, there's that. That actually turned out really well. I like that page. I like that page too. So the idea is, let me see if I have a piece of one. I did have a piece of one. I don't think I do anymore. I think I put it up. But the idea is when you take your napkin and you put your napkin over top or a section of it, or like separate tracing paper, anything like that, that'll show through, that you won't actually see the image. You'll see those colors come through the back and like the little lines. And it is really cool. And as a matter of fact, let me just give you a quick for instance here. I did a decoupage napkin in one of my personal journals, which is this. I showed a picture of it on Instagram and Facebook. And the background of this is like this. So it's just two pictures. Not even good print quality, just very low resolution because I just wanted the colors. So when you decoupage napkins over top, those colors come through the napkin. So I personally love how that looks. I love how it brings the vibrance of that blue. That blue is so much brighter, so much deeper, you know, dark. I mean, however you want to see it, but it just, it's beautiful. So that is my, what I'm hoping to do with these. So this side here, we're just going to do the same thing, and we're going to glue down some of the other ones. I'll probably use this one as just a napkin spread of like maybe one of my favorite napkins that I have, like I did in my other journal. I like to keep things that that a piece of my favorite thing, and then write down like where I got it from, or when I got it, what I got it for originally. I don't keep everything, but some things that I do get that I really like, especially if it's steampunk or like dragons, things like that, I will keep a portion of it. And napkins, I do like napkins. I'll keep a portion of it and save it, so that a way if I want to go back and get it again or things like that, I'll know where I got it from, how much it's going to cost me, because I have to I'm one of those people that I have to budget myself in, even napkins. I don't have a whole lot of money, and but in any case, so I try to do what I can do and get what I can get, but I do think my oh, that's cool on the back. Let's see the back one. But I love my parents. My parents have helped me so much. I mean, I don't even think they realize how grateful and appreciative I am for them and everything that they have done for me on my crafting quest. my years of being artistic and creative, and probably driving them crazy occasionally. But I recently moved back to Arkansas to be closer to them, and I'm loving it. I'm simply loving it. I love being close to my parents. I was away from them for a long time, and I'm really glad to be back over here. I'm just one of those people. I enjoy spending time with my parents. You're not going to have them forever, and if you have quarrels or anything like that with them, maybe it's time to forgive and forget. Now that's not speaking to someone who has been abused or wrongfully done by their parents. I'm just talking about just family squabbles or disagreements or things like that, because we are human. We are all human, and we all make mistakes. So, and for a long time, I couldn't forgive, for things that happened in my life, but I have now come to understand that when you forgive someone, you're not forgiving them for them. You're forgiving them for you. So anyways, this is not a psych session. So I apologize for that little ramble, but it is what it is, right? So anyways, my husband has taken the boys to the pool today, so I have a few hours to do some videoing and some crafting, so I am taking full advantage of it with you guys right now, and I am loving it. I do love my children very much, but there are times that I need a break, and I'm sure they need a break from me as well. So these times that they go to the pool with Grandpa and Dad are a blessing for all of us, you know. And my one son that I was telling you that is autistic, he, for the longest time, it's not a joke, he was afraid of the water. Like, most autistic children love the water, but he wanted nothing. He was afraid to drown. I mean, even in just a small amount of water. But we have gotten him now to where he gets in the pool as long as he has a life jacket on. He gets into the pool. He swims around. He realizes now that he can actually float above the water, which is fabulous. And he has now started going down like water slides, and he's really enjoying himself, and I am so happy he is, And then my younger boy, Ethan, he has come a long way too. He's younger, but he's so big. He's growing like a weed. Like, he's 12 and he towers over me, and his waist is like a 31. So he's a big boy. He's almost as tall as his dad already. And he's a character. He is a character. He keeps you on your toes for sure. That is definitely for sure. He will keep you on. Whoops, that slid. And they both enjoy, gaming and stuff like that. But what kid doesn't enjoy gaming these days, right? But he's a good kid. He keeps his room clean. I don't even have to ask him. He just offers. And the funniest thing happened yesterday, and I looked at him kind of weird, and he asked me, he says, "Mom, can I take a shower?" I said, "Of course you can take a shower. Why would you ask to take a shower? You take a shower any time you want." He goes, "Oh, I don't know. I just thought I would ask if I could take a shower." He's so silly. He is so silly. Okay, so we've got some collaging down. Well, not really collaging. Well, it is collaging, but it's more background collaging. And that right there, I'm not worried about that. So, and those little words in there, I'm not worried about that. Okay, so this here should be dry. Let's see if I can punch it. Oh, nope, not far enough. Let's try that again. Let me look on the back here. There we go. Okay. There's that one. This is a back corner pocket. Okay, so that one don't need to be punched. Okay, so now I actually like this page. I think I'm gonna keep it like this, but I think I'm gonna maybe put something right there on that edge to cover that up. So yeah, and then here's that. So what we will do is we'll end here, and when we come back, I'll have some of my napkins out, and not this page. I like this page how it is, but this one we'll do some decoupage on it, and I'll kind of show you what I mean, and just kind of let you fill it out. If you've done it before, hey, I love doing it. I just love doing it. So, but we'll do that for those who have not done it, if they want to learn how to do it. And we'll just see what happens. And then we'll go through and we'll decorate a couple more pages. I don't want you guys to get bored or anything. So we'll do that. And I'll close this so it can dry flat this time and not have a wrinkle. So When we come back, I guess the next video I do, so you guys don't get too bored with just this. I got a couple of projects that I'm doing, so we'll be doing some journaling cards, some postcards. My big book that I created, we'll be working in that a little bit. I'm making a new journal, so we can start that. And just kind of do some different things. If there's anything you guys would like to see me do, or you would like to see more of, please leave it in the comments below, and I will do my best to get those videos out. I did get some new dies and new stamps, so I will be doing a video on that as well. But for now, I thank you guys for coming and joining me on these couple of pages in this book, and I hope you guys are having fun. I'm having fun learning this. And as before, if you have any suggestions on altered books, I have watched Gail, I watched Irina, I've watched Linda Israel, I've watched quite a few people who do. Wendy, I can't remember her. I know her name is Wendy. And another lady, not sure. What I'm gonna have to go back and find these people again, and I'm gonna have to start linking them in the descriptions when I mention them. So anyways, like I said, I'm new to all this, so please forgive me, and I hope you guys have a very crafty, fun day. Thanks for joining. Bye bye now.